Alright, so today we're going to be working on the chord progression to Stand By Me. And the first thing you have to learn when learning to play Stand By Me is the strum pattern. Now this is a bit of a simplified strum pattern. We're just going to have two strums, both downstrokes, one on beat 1 and one on the and to 2. Now that sounds a bit complicated. It's easiest if you just imitate my strum pattern. So it'll sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll do it with a metronome now so you can hear how it sounds against a beat. So this would be the count: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now we're going to practice going back and forth from G to E minor using that strum pattern. Notice I'm going to do the strum pattern twice on each chord. So I'll go G, 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 E minor. We're just going to go back and forth between those two a few times. Okay, make sure to practice that on your own now. Now we're going to practice going from the E minor to C, which is a tricky transition for a lot of people. When we go from the E minor to C, we're going to strum the E minor, lift the pointer finger, leaving the second finger down on the D string, bring the ring finger to the third fret of the A, and the pointer finger to the first fret of the B, and we'll strum the C. So let's practice going back and forth from E minor to C a few times. Go E minor to C, E minor to C. Now you practice that a few times. Okay, now we'll practice going from C to the next chord, which is D. There's no tricks here, you just have to lift up everything. Now you practice that a few times. Okay, now I'm going to put those three chords together, E minor, C to D, just one strum each. Now pause the video and try it yourself. Okay, now we'll add the strum pattern going between those three chords. Now pause the video and go through that exercise yourself. Okay, now we're ready to put the full strum pattern together, and you'll see it written at the top of the handout. We're going to go 2 measures on G, 2 measures on E minor, 1 measure on C, 1 measure on D, 2 measures on G. One thing that's important to remember is when you repeat this strum pattern, it's 8 measures long, but it both begins with 2 measures of G and ends with 2 measures of G. And one common mistake is that because it ends with 2 measures of G, when people go to repeat it, they just jump to the E minor, forgetting that they need to do the 2 measures of G at the beginning. So I'll play the whole chord progression now so you can hear it a few times. Here goes. Stayed on G there. Okay, good. Now that you have that down, we can go on to learning the lyrics in our next video.